Ladies and gentlemen, it is your high guy, your fly guy, the truth from the booth, B.I. Double, here to bring you the third and final night of Super Junior World Cup action. We have one last tournament before the three winners meet in a triple threat match to determine the number one contender for the Super Junior Championship at the Beating the Odds pay-per-view. So we are going to get things started, but before we do, programming notes. Rico Ramirez from Supernova Pro had travel issues, therefore he will not be in this tournament. He will, however, be replaced by Shane the Show Collins. 1/3 of the movement has made his way into the tournament, and we will see what that can do for him. But we are starting things off with 1/4 of the Dynasty Club, Blake Bond, representing England, going 1-on-1 with Nightmare. I'm pretty sure he's from hell. Something. Blake Bond, an extremely technical wrestler. Nightmare has the distinction of many not knowing exactly what he's capable of, new to the business, works for Blitz Wrestling Organization. Could have the leg up for that reason. We all know what Blake Bond is capable of, an extremely technical wrestler, also not afraid to bend or break the rules. This will be a good opening contest here on night 3, the Super Junior World Cup. And 1/4 of the Dynasty Club, 1/2 of Stocks and Bonds. Blake Bond makes his way down to the ring for, I don't want to say solo debut, I think he said one other one-on-one match. But Bond stepped up to the plate in this one. Bond was not supposed to be in the tournament. Someone else who was injured was supposed to be, and as soon as he heard about the injury, Blake Bond stepped up, said he wants his shot. This man, however, was scouted from the tournament from day one. Blitz Wrestling Organization's Nightmare making his way down to the ring for his HCW debut. Nightmare is here, and the gates of hell have opened up for him. Blake Bond, Nightmare. Bell rings and this match is live. Nightmare goes for that strike. Blake able to catch, duck under into the fireman's carry. It's going to be the unpredictability of Nightmare here. against the technical wrestling of Blake Bond, as Blake is sent overhead with that arm trap belly to belly. Now giving him a taste of his own medicine, stretching out both of the shoulder joints before stomping on the inside of that elbow. Nightmare rolls through with that senton. Bond back on his feet, sends him off the ropes, goes behind, quick snap German suplex. Bond with a right hand of his own, thinking another German, standing switch, kicks out the knee, and then Nightmare follows up with a big knee of his own to the back. Followed it up with a backbreaker, assaulting that lower back, and then a running knee to the back. The entire middle of Blake Bond's back has to be screaming right now as he tries to slow things down. Catapults Nightmare into the center. Goes for the shoot, but gets caught with a DDT. Now Nightmare right back to it. Stretching out the shoulders, also putting more pain on that back that he's been assaulting. Blake able to double leg takedown, try to get things back on his side. Has him hooked. That gentleman's clutch suplex. Or a front chancery suplex to all non-British guys. Low swinging neck breaker as Bond tries to keep things on his side now. Now up to the second rope. Dives down with that middle rope drop kick. Now picking up speed off the ropes, drops the axe handle. Nightmare slides out of the way, and a step up knee collides with the face. Nightmare not having it, follows it up with a swanton into the cover. Buries the knee into the midsection. Gets caught. Hot shotted across that top turnbuckle. Bond now looking to get things rolling, sends him into the corner. Pops up with that tornado DDT. Bond now into the cover. Nightmare able to kick out at 2. Round kick to the lower back and a stomp, getting some payback there. I've said the word back about 10,000 times in this match already. Going to work on the shoulder, also seeking retribution as he tries to pop out that right shoulder joint. Snapmare's Nightmare down. Going for the headbutt, Nightmare back elbow, rocks Bond, runs in, but Bond catches him with that snap German again. Shoots the half into the cover. A count of 1 from Nightmare. Let's stomp to the lower back again. And now there it is. Bond hammerlocks the arm, giving Nightmare a taste of his own medicine. Stomps the inside. And a boot to the face for good measure. Picks the ankle, takes him down, drops all his weight on the inside of the left knee. But Nightmare pops up with a Rana. Nightmare now, there's a drop kick. Let's make it a pair. Ducks the line off the ropes, goes for the crossbody. Bond not having it. Snaps off a backbreaker into the cover. A count of 1. EFED chop from Bond, runs in, caught with a fireman's carry. Spins back. Nightmare. Cross-legged fisherman driver. And Nightmare moves on. Nightmare caught Blake Bond slipping there. Take a look at the swanton from earlier in the match. Bond with a tornado DDT, had things on his side for a while. Couple of snap Germans. Not even getting 2 counts as Nightmare would start this barrage of drop kicks. He would get caught here. Turned into a backbreaker. And Bond thought he had the match. Nightmare would then immediately kick out. Fisherman driver. And Nightmare moves on to the second round. As we get set for our next match of night 3. The first match was a singles wrestler versus one half of a tag team. The second match is no different, as Shane the Show Collins goes one-on-one with Hardwood Rich Mahogany. Shane Collins, very bright future in this business. We've been saying it for the last couple of years. It's 1/3 of the movement. Also the son of our founder, Nasty Nick. He has found his place in a tag team with Mikey Storm under the leadership of War and Peace. And Shane Collins looks to prove his worth here, but standing in his way, Hardwood Rich Mahogany, who is becoming everybody's favorite wrestler here. The rise of Mahogany, giggity. Also very reminiscent of season 1 with Dylon Chase. Came in with not a lot of appeal, but was brought to another level by the fans. Rich looks to continue that here tonight. Will it be Shane Collins or will it be Rich Mahogany? Both men representing the USA. Shane the Show Collins looking to make a statement here tonight. As he goes one-on-one with Hardwood Rich Mahogany. is time for the second match of this tournament. Shane Collins versus Hardwood Rich Mahogany. The bell rings. This one is live. Two young guns here in HCW. Rich with that body lock takedown, holds on. Pulls Shane to his feet just to toss him aside. Rich snaps off a Russian leg sweep, pops to his feet. Knife edge chop. Pulls Shane up and down with a vertical suplex, hanging his legs on the top rope. Shane sidesteps, right hand to the gut, into the Northern Lights, no bridge. Iceman extremely mad because Iceman had a hand in training this kid, and he should always bridge the Northern Lights. Goes for the drop kick, sidestep by Mahogany. Butterflies the arms, turns him inside out with the suplex. Now bars the arm, wrenching away at that left shoulder. Down to the first cover of the match, a 1 count from Mahogany. Looking to follow it up, pulls Collins up to his feet, puts him against the ropes. Now hangs him up on the middle. Shane able to roll to his feet, but Rich right there sends him up and over. Looking to bring him in the hard way with the hip toss. Follows it with that elbow drop straight to the chest. Rich Mahogany in full control here. Goes for the forearm. Collins out of the way. Both men swing wildly and get sidestepped. Layout reverse DDT from the show. Rolling neck snap as Collins looks to get things going on his side. Snap forearm, left hand. Now it's Mahogany put up against that middle rope. Clubbing blow to the spine. Drive-by knee from Collins. Collins now to the outside, up and down. Count of 1, Collins staying on Mahogany. Wrenching away at the neck, trying to keep the kid grounded. Off the rope, picks up speed, drops the elbow. Looks like it hit Rich in the kidneys. Back elbow from Rich. He gets sidestepped. Collins again with that low punch to the kidney. But Mahogany fights out of the slam, holds on to the arm, falls down with the DDT. Now an elbow drop to the small of the back. And Rich Mahogany in full control now, has Collins up on the shoulders, drops him across the top rope. Now another heavy elbow drop to the chest. Mahogany snapmares him down, goes for the headbutt, back elbow from Collins. Big right hand, the show looking for something. Blue Thunder Bomb. Not a lot of torque on it, but it connected. Spin kick to the gut. Sends Rich off the ropes. Leg lariat. Another one. Ducks the line, hangs on. There's the neck breaker. Shane Collins to the outside now. About to give props to the man who trained him. Springboard bipolar coaster into the cover. And Hardwood able to kick out at 2. Shane going up to the top rope. There's the frog splash, hooks the leg. And Shane the Show Collins picks up the victory. Moving on to the semifinals of this tournament. We take a look back at how it happened. Lots of back and forth in this one. No one had a clear advantage until the very end. That Tope Atomico up and over. Rich would fight out with that falling single arm DDT or arm breaker, depending on how you call it. But right here, springboard bipolar coaster. Shout out to the Iceman. Go for the cover. Rich still had something left in the tank, would kick out at 2. Collins would waste no time ascending to that top rope. Frog splash for the victory. And Shane the Show Collins moving on. As we take a look at the updated brackets now. We still have 2 first round matchups, but our semifinals coming together as we see Nightmare will meet Shane the Show Collins in the semifinals. We now will find out who will join them in the semis. As our next match is an international incident with Shimadori representing Japan going one-on-one with Dougal Devlin representing Ireland. Dougal Devlin from Blitz Wrestling Organization, member of the Fomori. Shimadori, member of the Yamamoto clan, little brother of Wizard, who is still trying to find a way out of his big brother's shadow, carve his own niche in this business. But that is hard to do when you are the brother of the GOAT. Can we even call him the GOAT anymore? Iceman just hit 16. I don't know. It'll be Green Death versus Dougal Devlin. And our third match of the tournament. Super Junior World Cup Night 3 continues. And Shimadori rises for action here at the World Cup. As he awaits his opponent. And Dougal Devlin making his way down to the ring. The submission specialist likes to assault those legs. He's gonna have to go against the striker. Midori, Japan, Dougal, Devlin, Ireland. Third match of the tournament live. Midori set off the ropes. Dougal. Fez press. Now just slamming the back of Midori's head off the mat. Now a stomp. Not even going after the legs now, just assaulting the cranium. Midori up and over the shoulders, hangs on for the neck breaker. Drops the knee to the spine. Midori sends him off the ropes, back elbow, drops Devlin. Midori was thinking of flying, but Devlin very smart, able to roll to the opposite side. Midori forced to come down, instead up and over with a vertical suplex. Midori going for that right hand, instead blocked, gets stuffed with a forearm. Devlin runs in, eats a strike combination, but able to duck under with the fireman's carry to stop all that. Jawbreaker from Midori. Drive-by neck breaker. Midori now snaps the neck on the way down. Now going up to the second rope. Drops the forearm right across the face. Tries to pull Devlin to his feet with the suplex. Devlin able to stuff it, and now here's where the work begins. Good old-fashioned spinning toe hold. Devlin off the ropes, and a running boot kicks the knee. Now up to the second, waits for Midori to get to his feet. Goes for the drop kick. Midori has none of it. Jamming the arm down off the mat. Pulls Devlin up to his feet. Going for the slam. Instead, goes to the side. Drops him across the top rope. Now right back to work on that arm. Devlin breaks the grip. European uppercut. Rocks him. And a missed hit Midori with one of his own moves. The missed right to the face. Ref gonna let that one slide. Falling cutter out of the corner. Devlin now. That knee bar. It's a leg trap knee bar. Figure four'd at first. Midori doing anything he can to break that hold. Now a stiff forearm to the face. See Midori clutching at that knee after the spinning toe hold and the submission. Puts Devlin up on the top. Dougal, though, fights back with the elbow. No high flying today. It's that strike, though, from Midori. Gets caught. Fireman's carry into the gut buster. Devlin snapmare down. Midori trying to slow it up. Side headlock. Trying to give those legs a moment to rest after the submission. But Devlin not giving him room to breathe. Makes his way up. Breaks the hold with the elbows. Traps the arms into the overhead belly to belly. There's a cover. And Midori able to kick out at one. Running forearm, making a pair. Ducks under, overhead kick. Devlin going to work now. And knee breaker but I have never seen anyone twist it up like that. Figure forward the knees before dropping him straight down into the mat. Now a face plant, stomp to the spine, and Dougal Devlin is not done. Goes for the boot. Midori out of the way. Devlin standing switch, clubbing blow. Now Midori does the same thing. Devlin sends him into the corner. Stalking his prey as he walks slowly. Looks like he's going to hang Midori up in the tree of Joey Lawrence and boot away at the rib cage. Pulls Midori away from the ropes, falls into the cover. Devlin looking for the victory. But Midori rolls that shoulder at 2. Off a jawbreaker and a running knee from Midori. But this is what we're always talking about, not going for the pin after that knockout blow. Stomping away at the back of the knee. Trying to give Devlin a taste of his own medicine. Dougal, too much time to recover. Over the shoulder with the arm breaker. Midori, though, stuffs it, buries the knee, turns him around. Up on the shoulders, looking for green death. Connects. Leg hooked. And Dougal Devlin able to kick out at 2.5. It's been a while since I've seen somebody kick out of that one. Devlin jawbreaker of his own. Now a good old-fashioned Samoan driver. Into the cover. Hooks the leg, feet on the ropes. And Midori able to kick out. Referee paying attention to the shoulders. Didn't even see it. Midori with the boot. Devlin on the shoulders. Rolls him off into the face buster. Drops the axe handle right to the knees. Midori now continuing to attack that right leg. Drops the elbow into the knee. Wants to make sure that Dougal feels the same pain he's in. Now kicks the inside. This is a vendetta by Midori, and I love it. Sends Devlin into the corner, now looking to put him up top. Thinking about some high-impact offense. Midori follows him all the way up. Superplex. Midori to the second rope now. Waits for Devlin to get to his feet. Goes for the axe handle. Devlin sidesteps. Midori smart. Takes a couple steps back. Now it's Devlin with that kick to the leg. And that's not where you want to be, because that's going to set up the knee breaker. And Midori now screaming in pain. Devlin with the mount into the ground and pound. Nasty forearms. Devlin laying it in. But Midori catches him coming in with a DDT. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. And Devlin able to kick out at 2, stay in this match. Midori tries to bar the arm. Dougal not having it. Big forearm shot. Now up on the shoulders again with that Samoan driver. Into the cover. Midori pops the shoulder at 2. Devlin trying to figure out what he has to do in this match. And I think he knows it. Rolls through. There's the knee bar. No, inverted figure 4. Midori trying to hang on, but forced to tap out, and what a match. Dougal Devlin moving on to the semifinals. You see that knee breaker that's absolutely disgusting. Midori would make a comeback with that knee, followed up with Green Death. But would get caught with that knee breaker again. Midori off the DDT. Thought he had it. But Devlin would make his way to his feet, take Midori down with a forearm, invert the figure four. And the youngest member of the Yamamoto clan forced to tap out as Dougal Devlin makes his way to the semifinals. As we get ready for our last first round match. Wizard makes his return to the Super Junior World Cup for the first time in almost a decade as he goes one-on-one with the underappreciated Isaiah the Hammer Harris. Harris just came back and now he has a huge test ahead of him as he has to go one-on-one with the GOAT. Wizard looks to make his return to the tournament something fierce. Isaiah Harris made his comeback not that long ago, joining forces with Ace Bradley and Andrew Stevens. Wizard, on the other hand, has had a complete change of identity as of late. No longer cares about friends or family, only cares about the win. And will that bring him a win tonight? It is Japan versus the United States in our fourth match of this tournament. Wizard making his way down to the ring. As he awaits his opponent in this one. Representing the Fallen, or excuse, I keep saying the Fallen, probably because they're killing it as a faction. Representing the underappreciated. Our fourth and final first round match. It's time to pledge allegiance to violence. Wizard representing Japan. Isaiah the Hammer Harris representing the United States. Bell rings and Wizard out of the blocks, butterflies the arms into the suplex. Neckbreaker though, Harris staying in it. Drop kick to the side of the head. Harris looking for the biggest possible notch on his belt by taking out Wizard. Sends him off the ropes. Beautiful drop kick. Beautiful swanton, Isaiah Harris. He has been working on his game non-stop since his appearance in Season 1. He's in incredible shape, always had the strength, and now putting in some of that work as a beautiful high flyer. Stevie gets a dub. Northern Lights, no bridge. Stevie technically does not get a dub because Dougal Devlin hit a cutter earlier in his match. So Stevie broke even. And Wizard eats that top rope. And Isaiah Harris violates Wizard rule. Big right hand turns Wizard around. Snap Saito suplex. Now pulling back on the chin lock, knee in the spine. Wizard gets out of that immediately. Big forearm, roundhouse kicks, palm strike. And Isaiah Harris being intimately introduced to the top turnbuckle. Wizard pulls him up just to take him down with a neck breaker. Double stomp to the gut. Isaiah Harris makes his way back up, sends Wizard into the corner. Wizard is waiting on him. Wizard drops him across the top, into the cover, forearm to the face. And Isaiah Harris able to kick out at 1. Wizard now waits for Harris to get back to his feet. Diving forearm takes the hammer down. Harris snaps off the arm drag, tries to create that separation, pulls Wizard back to his feet, sets him up on the ropes, hangs him up on the top. Harris looking mighty impressive in this one. Into the cover. And Wizard kicking out at 2. Disrespectful boot to the side of the head. As Harris uses that strength, pulls Wizard up. High vertical reverse DDT. Wizard, though, snaps the jawbreaker. Now has him hooked. Falcon arrow. Into the cover. And Isaiah Harris kicking out at 1. Did Wizard just violate Wizard rule? Doesn't matter because Harris ate a boot to the mush, but still walked through it. Sends Wizard into the corner. Goes for the hammer. Instead, caught with a pair of clotheslines. Wizard catches the kick, turns, sweeps the leg. Stomp to the face of Isaiah Harris. And that's not where you want to be. Wizard kick. That high spinning roundhouse. And Isaiah Harris knocked clean out. Isaiah Harris, great showing in this match, but you are not kicking out of that kick. There he is, hanging Wizard up on the top rope. He was using the strength advantage the entire match. But Wizard showed that resilience. Snapped off a Falcon Arrow. But right here, outside roundhouse. The hook kick, if you will, connects clean on the jaw, and Isaiah Harris is out cold. As we go back, take a look at the updated brackets. Our semifinals are now set. Nightmare versus Shane Collins. Dougal Devlin versus Wizard. We are starting with Nightmare and Shane Collins. Who will make it into the finals here? It's Blitz Wrestling Organization versus HCW in this one. Nightmare had an extremely impressive showing in his opening match. Nightmare already beat one half of a tag team, looking to do it again. As he defeated Blake Bond in the opening round, looking to defeat Shane Collins in this one. Shane Collins, on the other hand, first round match against Hardwood. Rich Mahogany picked up a victory in that one. And we are set for the semifinals of this tournament next. Nightmare versus Shane Collins. Nightmare makes his way to the ring again. And Shane the Show Collins marches his way down to the ring. Semi-final match up next. Nightmare versus Shane Collins. Flipping Rana there. Is that a running dragon Rana? Nightmare is a beast. Off the ropes. Kokeshi headbutt. A man is back in the ring, and I couldn't be happier. Fireman's carry from Shane Collins. Off the ropes. Shoulder bump. Nightmare sends him off opposite side. Falling clothesline. Caught him. Turned it into a sleeper slam. There's an arm drag from Collins. Clubbing blow to the back of the neck. Collins then turns it into a Northern Lights. That's 2 times he has made Iceman upset. These two continue to go at it. Collins thinking powerbomb. Nightmare rolls out to the side with an arm drag. Rising knee rocks Collins, but he's back in it. Another Northern Lights. That's 3, but that one we will not take it against him for not bridging. As Nightmare's legs got hung up on the ropes. Now he is sent into the corner. Back elbow from Nightmare. Has him up thinking slam. Collins not having it. Kicks out the knee. Pulls him in. Vertical rolls through. Turns him around. Into the belly to back. Beautiful combination offense from the show. Now waiting for Nightmare to get to his feet. Missile drop kick connects with both boots to the chest. Trying to stretch out that left leg. Now knee to the spine, pulling back on the chin lock. Shane Collins well versed in many forms of wrestling. And now has Nightmare up on the shoulders, drops him across the top rope. Stomp to the gut, sits him up. And a drop kick to the back of the head puts him back down. Shane Collins in complete control right now. Knee drop to the back of the neck. Shoots the half into the cover. Continuing the work on the neck of Nightmare, but Nightmare smart, rolls through with the pressure, back to his feet, breaks the hold with the left, and a famouser. Nightmare been extremely impressive in this tournament. There's a drop kick. Another one. We saw this in his last match against Bond. And again gets caught out of the crossbody. Backbreaker. Arm drag creates the separation. Nightmare has a hold of the arm now. Puts it down and stomps the elbow. Pulls Collins away from the ropes into the cover. Ref completely out of position. A 1 count from Collins. Nightmare pulls him down just to drive the knees into the rib cage. Out of the second. Looking for that swanton we saw in the opening match. Collins not having it. Sidesteps into the stomp. Now going for that tope atomico, and Nightmare was paying attention to Shane Collins' match. Last match he did that to set up the bipolar coaster. Nightmare not having it. Instead jacks the back into the cover. Not even a 2 count as Collins still in this matchup. And again, Nightmare driving those knees into the rib cage. Collins with an arm drag. Goes into his feet, blocks. There's the snapmare. Drop kick to the back of the neck. Collins now to the outside. Nightmare's awfully close. And Nightmare ducked under the bipolar coaster. Falls into the cover. Almost caught Collins slipping there. Instead now takes advantage, puts him up on the shoulders, and throat first, the top rope. A vicious kick to the spine and a stomp that turns him around. Collins, though, still in this thing. Over the shoulder with the arm breaker. High angle belly to back suplex. Going back to the outside, gonna try it one more time. There's the springboard bipolar coaster. Collins going for the slam. Nightmare stops it, stuffs it with the falling arm breaker. Single arm DDT, call it what you will. And Collins may have screwed up here. Cross leg fisherman driver. Nightmare doesn't hook the leg. Instead wants body on body contact. Make it harder to kick out, and it works for him as Nightmare makes his way to the finals. Take a look back at some of the action from this one. Most of this match complete back and forth. But the beginning of the end would be when Shane Collins missed the bipolar coaster. Nightmare just stomping away at Collins. After he missed the bipolar coaster, he would hit one. But Nightmare would be ready, falling arm drag. Catching him in that cross-leg fisherman driver. And Nightmare finds his spot in the finals of this tournament. And we are going to go back, take a look at the brackets, and then get into our second semifinal match to see who will join Nightmare in the finals. So we see Dougal Devlin going one-on-one with Wizard. The winner makes his way into the finals. Dougal Devlin made it this far by beating Wizard's little brother. Can he complete the tournament by beating Wizard before going into the finals? The submission specialist versus the striking, I don't know. I don't have a really cool nickname for it. He's a striker. That's all that matters. It's Ireland versus Japan one more time. It's Devlin versus the Yamamoto clan one more time. Who will pick up the victory? Dougal Devlin making his way to the ring. Wizard making his way to the ring. Dougal Devlin versus Wizard. Ireland versus Japan again. Pop-up Meteora from Devlin to start things off. Go behind. Sweet and sour suplex from Wizard. Sure, Wizard's not too happy about Devlin making his little brother tap. There's the STO. Space. Tornado. Ogawa. Devlin fighting back though. Wizard with those back elbows follows it up with the roundhouse now to the outside. Slingshots in with the leg drop. Sent off the ropes. There's that Samoan driver we saw in his first match. Looked like Wizard landed badly. Tornado DDT from Wizard out of the corner. Double stomp to the chest of Devlin. Sits him up, now a key lock. Devlin back up, grabs a hold of Wizard. Pops him up, takes him down, suplex into the backbreaker. Now picks the ankle right back to the spinning toe hold we saw him use against his little brother. Wizard is feeling it here. Devlin pulls him to his feet. Into the dragon screw, but hangs on. Now jams that knee into the mat. Devlin assaulting the legs, doing what he does best. Now drops the knee to the inside of the knee. Crosses him, pulls up in that arched cloverleaf. Dougal Devlin trying to destroy Wizard's legs here. Wizard pops up into the Rana, doing anything to slow it down. Stiff kick to the ribs. Wizard up to the second, rolls through, tries the somersault senton. Devlin not having it out of the way, falls over the shoulders into the reverse DDT, and Devlin is on a roll here, rakes the eyes of Wizard. Back elbow from Wizard, and a Wizard special. Did not see that one in the first match, as Devlin now rolls to the outside. Wizard waits for him to come back in. Devlin, though, low kick to the quad after he's been assaulting those legs. Jams the spine of Wizard in the turnbuckle before sending him into the center. And here's more of that ground and pound we saw in his opening match. Over the shoulder with the arm breaker. Devlin sent off the ropes. Shoulder bump. Wizard still there, though. Puts him up on the shoulders. Drops him across the top turnbuckle, or top rope, into the cover. Devlin able to kick out. Wizard now trying to shake some feeling back into those legs. Pulls Devlin up. Sends him into that same corner. Wizard now up. Thinking tornado DDT again, but instead guillotines him on the top rope. Great misdirection there from Wizard. Wizard ducks the clothesline, does not duck the second, however, as Dougal Devlin able to take him down. Big right hand turns Wizard around. Devlin has him up on the shoulders. Falling rib breaker. Gonna pull Wizard away from the ropes. Now roll through into that inverted figure four. He made his little brother tap out with it. Wizard is tapped out. Dougal Devlin is one of a handful of men in the history of the Triad, the history of HCW, the history of CWA, the history of whatever name we've ever gone by, to make Wizard tap out. He is on a short list. And this man just cemented his legacy in the Triad. No championship, no win streak. No match will ever mean more to Dougal Devlin than this one did here tonight. As Devlin now fights his way into the finals. And we go back, take a look at the brackets. As we see, it is Nightmare versus Dougal Devlin in the finals. It is an all blitz final. Which one of these two men will join Hyper Suzuki and Scotty Grime in the grand final later today? Will it be Nightmare? Will it be the Irish assassin Dougal Devlin? We will find out in our finals next. And just like Moto Combat, to even the odds a bit, we have had Hyper Suzuki and Scotty Grime in the back, mixing up from doing cardio like bike and treadmill and having mock matches with trainees. Don't want anybody to be at a true disadvantage. They were working just as much as these two. So whoever makes it into the finals, it will be a battle of attrition. Will it be Nightmare? Will it be Dougal Devlin? Either way, it's Blitz Wrestling Organization. We find out the answer to that question next. Nightmare stalks his way to the ring one more time. Devlin making his way back down to the ring. Had enough time to go in the back, drink of water, put that jacket back on. Nightmare, Dougal Devlin, finals of night 3. And Devlin right out of the blocks with the mist. Picks the ankle into the spinning toe hold. It has worked for him throughout this tournament. Devlin is feeling it here. Nightmare having a hard time getting back to his feet. There's that backbreaker. Devlin pulls him up, grabs a hold of the ankle, snaps off the dragon screw, and jams the knee into the mat. Dougal Devlin, the submission specialist, going to work on Nightmare. But before we can see a submission, he has to weaken those legs as we've seen in his 2 prior matches. But Nightmare with the up kick able to create that space. Runs in, pop up, Meteora. Block. Nightmare up and down, spikes him with the brain buster. Now shout out Dynamite with the C4. This Nightmare now on a roll. Diving DDT takes Devlin down. Going for the slam, Devlin over the shoulders. Drops the reverse DDT. Into the cover, Nightmare kicking out at 1. Down kick to the gut. Devlin pulls Nightmare up just to snapmare him down. And rake the eyes when the referee can't see it. Nasty backbreaker from Devlin. Nightmare though breaks the grip, European uppercut. Famouser right on the center shield. Slowing it down, grabs a hold of the trapezius. Devlin not having it, sweeps the leg like the Cobra Kai dojo on his way back to his feet. Sends Nightmare into the corner. Saw this in his opening match. That cutter hanging the legs up on the top. And a stomp. Devlin pulling Nightmare away from the rope, shoots the half. And Nightmare able to kick out at 2. Devlin with that knee bar. Nightmare screaming in pain, trying to hold on. And he's able to fight his way out of that one. But it looks like he was busted open off that curb stomp. Overhead arm trap, belly to belly, shades of Al Snow there. Devlin now has him up, Samoan driver. Shoots the half, forearm to the face. Devlin in the corner waiting for his spot. Oh, a stomp to the arm, the old Garvin stomp as we're taking a little trip all the way around the body. Continues to stomp away. Now another one. Face plant Nightmare in the process. Drops the elbow. Shoots the half again. Nightmare out of the way, but Devlin still quicker on his feet, sends Nightmare into the corner. And we're going for a swing. And Nightmare looking to end it with that fisherman driver. And Devlin able to kick out at 2. Nightmare up top, moon stomp. We have yet to see that in this tournament. Into the cover. And Nightmare has won night 3. Dougal Devlin was finally stopped, and it took a fellow representative of Blitz to do it. We take a look back at what happened in this one. And it was all Dougal Devlin for the first 3 quarters of this match. Nightmare pulled it out in the end. That fisherman driver would not get the job done, but the moonsault foot stomp would. And Nightmare makes his way into the grand finals. We are going to take a short intermission. We will be back in about 10 minutes. So, for all the boys and girls in the back, everybody watching around the world and in this arena here tonight, for Dougal Devlin, but more importantly for Nightmare, I have been your high guy. Yes, indeed, your fly guy. The truth from the booth, B.I. Double only signing off for a short moment, as we will be back to bring you the grand finals next.